Behind that embrace was the mind of a man I so deeply wanted to understand, one I held so physically close in my arms, but whose mind will always remain out of reach. You, mind reader. That morning I experienced just how difficult it was to see the world through the eyes of another, to truly understand the mind of someone else. That moment was a deeply personal example of a scientific lesson I've been learning over the past 2 decades in my research as a psychologist. Except that the scientific lesson is that we can have the very same difficulties understanding nearly everyone in our lives, from our coworkers and neighbors to our friends and family. Even your spouse is more mysterious than you would guess. Arguably, your brain's greatest skill is its ability to think about the minds of others in order to understand them better. I'm going to tell you what research reveals about how that ability works, how it makes mistakes that lead to misunderstanding and conflict, and how to become wiser about the minds of others. I'm going to tell you about mind reading, but not the kind you normally associate with this term. I'm not going to tell you about magic tricks that will allow you to astonish your friends at your next party, nor am I going to tell you about telepathy, clairvoyance, or any kind of extrasensory power that creates a psychic connection with anyone. Instead, I'm going to tell you about the kind of mind reading you do intuitively every day of your life, dozens of times a day, when you infer what others are thinking, feeling, wanting, or intending. The kind that enables you to build and maintain the intimate relationships that make life worth living, to maintain a desired reputation in the eyes of others, to work effectively in teams, and to outwit and outlast your competitors. The kind that forms the foundation of all social interaction, creating the web of presumptions and assumptions that enables large societies to function effectively. The kind I'll be describing as your real sixth sense. Like any sense, this one can be stretched beyond its obvious limits, as it was when Jen and I met our children's biological father. When others' experiences are so different, their cultures so foreign, or their history so unknown, our sixth sense clearly fails us. But these humbling experiences are relatively rare for us. Far more often, our ability to reason about the minds of others operates so quickly and easily that we hardly even notice we're using it, or even pause to consider that our assumptions about the minds of others might be wrong. Your sixth sense is running in high gear nearly all of the time. From the moment you get up in the morning and dress to impress, to when you lie awake at night wondering whether others find you intelligent or not, trustworthy or not, or really love you or not. During the day in between, you easily recognize that your employees are clueless, but are sure your boss thinks you're brilliant. You sense that your coworker is lying when he calls in sick, but are confident that your clients are honest when they claim to love your work. Walking home from the office, you notice the homeless person at the end of your block and you feel, just for a moment, the indignity of sleeping barefoot on icy cement, and you toss him some change. There is no magic or mysticism in this. Our daily lives are guided by inferences about what others think, believe, feel, and want. This is your real sixth sense at work. You are a mind reader. It's easy to understand why. You and I are members of one of the most social species on the planet. No human being succeeds in life alone. Getting along and getting ahead requires coordinating with others, either in cooperation as friends, spouses, teammates, and coworkers, or in competition as adversaries, opponents, or rivals. Does she really love me or not? Is he being truthful or lying? How can I keep my employees happy? What do my kids, friends, customers, or adversaries really want? Knowing the minds of others is essential for social success because it enables you to anticipate what others are going to say before they say it, to know what others want before they choose it, and to predict an opponent's move before he makes it. At its best, such mind reading can be a thing of coordinated beauty. Celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain describes one such case in the bond between him and his sous chef. In our glory days together, I could look across the room at Stephen, raise an eyebrow, maybe make an imperceptible movement with my chin, and the thing, whatever the thing was at the time, would be done. And so, with the obvious benefits that come from social understanding, you and I and nearly every other human being on the planet have become so well practiced at reading the minds of others that our sixth sense operates almost invisibly. As philosopher extraordinaire Jerry Fodor has written, common sense psychology works so well, it disappears. Only at the rare times when it is stretched beyond its limits, or is proven to be profoundly mistaken, does its existence come back into view. On my mind. My goal is to bring what I think is your brain's greatest ability out of the shadows and into the light of scientific inspection.